Hey guys, my name is Jessica, and for this assignment, I chose my son to do the reinforcement on. What we did for the reinforcement is to improve his reading skills. So we picked a book, or rather, he picked a book, GI Dogs, um, and every day we sat down together and we read. So he had to read for 20 minutes out loud to me, and I would see what he would mess up on. um, and then I would chart it so that at the end of it I knew what percent he was getting wrong and what percent he was doing good on. And sometimes it was the same word that he would get stuck on, so I would know to create a chart with those words to see if maybe he can start remembering them, and by visualizing, by seeing them, by sending them out all the time, that he would start to remember what the word is when he saw it. Um, as far as the experience, it was a little difficult for us because my son, he's not, I'm not going to say he's a bad reader, and I'm not going to say he's the best reader. There's definitely room for improvement. Um, but when kids don't like to do a certain activity, or they feel like they're less in that certain activity or subject, they tend to shy away from it. They tend to not want to accomplish or, um, just partake in the activity. So it was kind of pulling teeth a little bit um, for this assignment. And, I told him it was for school, so he was a little bit more willing after that. But he really doesn't like to read. Um, but I saw improvement. I did, and it surprised me. Like, if we sit down together and we actually read every day, and I'm sitting there, he's reading out loud to me, and I'm charting it. Maybe because I was charting it, he's like, "All right, this is like a test. Let me show her that I can do this. Let me do better on it." Um, so he did. He did improve. He did meet the goal that I set forth for him. He actually exceeded it a little bit. We had a struggle in the beginning, but he was good. The baseline was pretty, I guess, mediocre. Um, but as we kept going, he got better. And I guess writing down the words that he didn't know off, just by sight, or he was having a difficult time just pronouncing, um, I think that helped us a lot. Um, as far as everything else, we did pretty good. He exceeded the goal, like I said. Um, and I think this was a very good experience for me as far as just knowing what to do, or sitting there and knowing how to track a reader, um, which I've never really had to do before. I work with at risk youth and their high school level, so we don't really have time for all that. Um, my program is pretty accelerated. They get 6 months to do school. They pretty much get 6 months to do all 4 years of high school. That's what I teach. I teach science there. Um, and we don't really sit down and do all the particulars because we have no time for that. We hope to, educate them as far as the GED so they can pass the GED. Um, but this assignment kind of opened my eyes to the different things and the different strategies that I can use to help my students um, achieve their goals, achieve, their assignments, so that they can be better students and be better people for it. Um, but yeah, that I really enjoyed this, and I think we're gonna continue this so that he can get better and better, so that he's a more fluent reader. Um, so I think this was a good opportunity for me to learn and to actually sit down and do. I know that I can read it in a textbook, and sometimes I just, some people don't understand just by reading it, but by accomplishing it and doing it and sitting down and saying, "Hey, like, let's do this, let's try this." You learn a lot, and I definitely learned a lot with this assignment. So thank you.